Hello everyone, my name is David and this YouTube channel chronicles my path to becoming a fully funded trader with 5% ERS. As a matter of fact, I spent quite a few weeks doing my research before I finally settled down on 5% ERS or 5 ERS. In this video, I'm going to share with you my reasons for choosing 5 ERS over other prop firms, and a lot of it has to do with the article that I read on Forex Broker Report written by Carl Townsend. Now this is the article that I'm referring to. I'll be adding the article link in the description if you're interested to learn more. So let's have a look at the article. The 5% ERS full review, we tried it, pros, cons, and our experience. The pros is that you get funding up to 4 million. No risk to you once funded. Account funding doubles every milestone. Great reputation, full transparency. However, the main cons is that there is a 50% profit split. Well, some other companies such as FMTO will actually offer up to 80-20 or 90-10. Are you thinking about taking on additional capital in your Forex trading journey? With most traders entering the industry with lower amounts of capital and relying solely on leverage to grow accounts, prop firms can be a great way to increase your exposure within the markets and earn more from your winning trades. With that being said, you may be looking at trading with the 5 ERS. The 5 ERS offer trading capital of up to $4 million, making them one of the biggest potential funders in the industry. We have extensively tested this prop firm and looked at hundreds of reviews to compile a very in-depth, comprehensive review of the company. Is it legit? Let's find out now. Is the 5% ERS legit? The 5 ERS are verified to be a legitimate company. They have over 300 perfect reviews on Trustpilot and a reputation within the online Forex trading community for paying out consistently to funded traders. So let's have a look at Trustpilot. This is what we have. And so far, we have 426 reviews and up to 81% are excellent reviews. So this gives me greater confidence in the reputation of 5 ERS. How much money will I make? The profit split with this firm is 50%, 50%. You keep 50% of the profit you make once you hit the target set up in your plan. How much does the 5 ERS cost? The price of the funder account depends on which size of account you are looking to trade. The lower the size of the account, the cheaper the challenge will be to take. Are trading conditions strict? The 5 ERS trading conditions are much less strict than various other firms like FTMO. You have up to 180 days to pass the low risk challenge and 60 days to pass the higher risk option. They also allow any type of trading, no drawdown limits, and trades can be held over the weekend, making this a viable funding option for swing traders too. What's the most funding I can get to trade with? Your account will be doubled every milestone you hit, which means the company will keep increasing your account size until you reach 1.28 million. This will be the limit currently. What are the 5% ERS? The 5 ERS are a Forex prop trading firm based out of Israel. If I had to sum them up in one sentence, they fund Forex traders to just over $4 million in trading capital. I'm not too sure where this value comes from because in the previous statement it says that we can get up to 1.28 million, but to me this really doesn't really matter too much because 1 million is a lot actually. To traders that can pass their performance-based challenge. The challenge is fairly simple and you know exactly what you have to achieve before you begin. This one I can testify because I've created an account with them, which I'll show later. They are looking for traders that can consistently get profitable returns in the market. In return, should you be able to, they will fund your account and split the profits with you, keeping 50% of the profits for yourself with absolutely zero risk. So these are team members. We have 3 of them. The company was founded in 2016. Both of them are Forex traders. They have profitable returns, but not enough capital to actually earn good money trading markets. So the idea initially started with the two traders taking on capital from family members and associates to start earning better money, until they realized that a prop firm is a great way to enable traders to scale their accounts. Unlike most brokers and prop firms in this space, 5ERS operate with complete transparency, and you can read all about their journey in growing the company on their website. This sounds like a no-brainer for budding Forex traders out there. They are just held back by a lack of fun, right? It is definitely a great idea for profitable traders to take on prop firm capital, but over the last few years, prop firms have been popping up all over the industry and competing with each other. So which is best for you? Get funding from 5% ERS. So you want to get some funding from this company. They have two different challenges you can choose to take on to get your funded account, depending on what kind of trader you are. The first is the Risk Manager program, created for traders that are extremely well disciplined. This comes with a much faster growth rate, meaning your capital will get doubled more frequently by the company. The second program is the Aggressive Trader program, which is self-explanatory. This challenge is for traders with no fixed stop losses that like to take on more risk within the markets and shoot for higher profits. So let's break this down in more details. Now here are the rules and information needed for the trading challenge accounts. The initial challenge will be taken on an account on MT4 platform. Now, as far as I'm aware, now they do not use MT4 already. They only use MT5. So 5ERS are now offering traders MT5 as well. So this article I think was written quite some time ago, because right now they are only offering MT5 and not MT4. Now, the challenge serves a great purpose, and I will actively encourage beginner traders to take on prop firm challenges to gain experience. Firstly, it teaches you to trade professionally, taking more serious trades with more information, more risk management, and ultimately more discipline than the majority of retail Forex traders. Secondly, there has to be a trading challenge so the company can fund traders with potential to earn them money. Without 5ERS making money, we wouldn't have this opportunity to scale our accounts using their capital. So it makes sense why a challenge is set. So we must thank those prop traders that are profitable. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this opportunity. That's what this statement is trying to say. Now, this is a new bootcamp which I've already enrolled in, and I've also created an account. Now, so this is called 5% ERS New $10,000 Bootcamp. The 10K Bootcamp Challenge is a new model being offered by 5ERS, and it will be groundbreaking for a lot of traders. The premise is very simple. There is 3 challenge stages to complete. Most unprofitable traders are spending hundreds of dollars failing challenges, which is not sustainable. This challenge costs just 50 euros to enroll. Once you have passed all 3 challenges, you'll pay the remaining 250 euros for the funded account, but by this point, you'll be 100% certain that funding is coming your way because you have passed all those 3 challenges. You have up to 12 months to complete the 3 stages. I think I know why. Because as you can see here, the starting balance is 4 million. So that means if you have chosen the 100K Bootcamp Challenge model, you actually get the opportunity to trade up to 4 million. Now I understand. Okay, so you have up to 12 months to complete the 3 challenges, which allows traders to work with various different markets and even adapt your trading styles within a process. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the instruments they are offered are only Forex, because I think when I trade that, I only saw Forex pairs. But anyway, so the Bootcamp Challenge will save newer traders hundreds of dollars when failing a challenge. Of course, it will still cost the same as the normal funded accounts being offered, but only if you are successful. If you fail the 3 stages, you won't receive any funding, but you'll only be paying the initial upfront fee of 50 euros. So in a nutshell, these are the challenge stages. We'll be training based on demo to showcase our skill. The upfront cost, entry cost is only 50 euro. The leverage that you have is 1 is to 10. So there's no minimum days of or trades requirement, and you are given up to 12 months to complete all the 3 stages. So challenge 1, which I'm in right now, I'll show my accounts later. I'm actually given 25k starting balance. Since the leverage is 1:10, that means I can trade up to 250k worth of trading capital. The maximum loss is 5% and the profit target is 8%. Now this proves so as you can see, the maximum loss allowed is only 5% and the target is only 8%, which itself is really not that high. So this proves the ethics of the company. Some of the lower rank prop firms are blatantly trying to rip off their traders, whereas 5ERS is certainly not. I believe so because I've heard good things about 5ERS. What makes 5ERS different to any other funding firm? Now, the 5ERS actually work a lot differently to some of the leading prop firms such as FTMO. The main differences are these reasons I want you to pay attention to, because these are the exact reasons why I prefer to choose 5ERS over other prop firms such as FTMO. Number 1, weekend holding of trades. All trading firms have a great deal of perps, but 5ERS may be more suited for longer term traders working with daily, weekly, and monthly charts. Why is this the case? A lot of prop firms don't allow weekend holding of trades. This makes it nearly impossible for swing traders and even day traders to get funded in a lot of cases. The 5ERS allows trades to be held overnight, over market closes, and weekends, making it a potentially much better option for swing traders. So if you are a swing trader, 5ERS is a good option for you. Number 2, there's increased time duration for the challenges. On top of the allowance to hold trades for longer period, you also get a longer time allowance to actually pass the level 1 challenge with this firm. For the low risk account, you are offered 180 days to pass with 60 days for the aggressive traders. Now, this thing they are not referring to the 100k bootcamp. Instead, they are referring to this plan, the aggressive versus the low risk plan. So don't get confused. Now, so there is also slight flexibility within this time scale too. If you are slightly off the profit target, coming towards the end of the time duration, they will allow you a small extension if you reach out to them directly. This makes it much easier to get funded from a company than with some other companies in their top Forex prop firms list. Number 3, huge account scaling opportunity. Now, this is something that I really like because for every milestone that you hit, they double your account balance, which is a bit different from FTMO or FMTO, which you'll see later. Now, as shown in the video below, I won't be playing the video, but the 5ERS offers something called hyper growth. Essentially, they double your account balance for every milestone you hit. This makes it exponentially faster to actually grow your account to over $4 million in funding. Having assisted growth is a great thing for traders that have a lower frequency of trades like swing traders, as it's going to take a longer time to double your account on our own. Although it could potentially be faster to get funding from instant funding prop firms like My Forex Funds, this is also another prop firm on besides 5ERS and our FNTO. Now, the scaling opportunities makes it worth trading with 5ERS. Now, so which account should you choose? Now, this is the thing that we are going to look at right now. Now, when you are signing up with 5ERS, you need to think about which account you want to choose, as there are a few good options. Now, personally, what I did was I chose the 100k bootcamp. So your fund, and also you need to think about the funding size. Now, this can range between 24k and 80k. Now, of course, these are your funded account. That means you do not need to go through any trial. You just go straight to paid accounts. So it's very important to choose carefully. The lower the original account size, the cheaper it will be to take the challenge. For example, the 24k funding is will only cost you an entry fee of $275. However, your account will be doubled on every milestone. So regardless of whether you choose 24k or 80k, you'll still be able to grow your capital up to $4 million. So here's the growth schedule. So regardless, so as you can see here, we have a 80K aggressive funded trader, 52K, 40K, and 24K. So regardless of the account size that you have, what really differs is your entry cost. So you have different levels. So you need to hit their milestone. For instance, if your initial balance is 20K, you need to hit a milestone of a profit, or rather get a profit of 2,400 or 2,400, and keeping your maximum loss to below 800. Meanwhile, leverage given is 1:30. So this is for aggressive section. You also have the low risk section. The gist of it is that once you hit the milestone target, your account size will be doubled from 20K to 40K, for instance. All the accounts come with a low risk or aggressive risk option. This is going to depend on your trading style and preferences within the market. I'll personally recommend the higher risk option as it gives you higher account leverage of 1:30 to play with rather than just 1:6 on the low risk plan. So if you aim for the low risk plan, the leverage is 1:6. But if you choose aggressive plan, the leverage is 1:30. Now, also, however, on the higher risk account, you do need to achieve a higher return of 25% to reach the next stage rather than 10%, which is potentially more achievable for some traders. So this is something that you need to consider. Now, is the 5 ERS challenge realistic? Well, with all the pros of trading with a prop firm, you sometimes have to wonder, is it just too good to be true? The truth of it is that it's going to be very difficult for 90% of Forex traders to achieve the consistency needed to pass the challenge and get funded. However, the 5 ERS challenge is the easiest way to get a funded account that the author has seen to date. With such long duration, low profit targets, and no drawdown concerns. In fact, there is a drawdown concern you need to take note. I think it's you cannot hit more than 4% or 4%. So there is a drawdown concern. However, if you are a consistent and a trader who is very conservative, who keeps the drawdown low, then this should not be a problem for you. However, the large majority of retail Forex traders lack the discipline and consistency to get any type of profit over the long term due to their risk management. With that being said, if you are able to consistently trade a small trading account or be on the verge of doing so, there is no reason why the 5 ERS accounts would not work for you. As I have said many times before, trying to trade funded capital will actually make you into a better trader. This I agree. We have all been in a position where we want to take a trade which breaks our rules, right? When you have someone's capital on the line, you act more professionally and it really instills that discipline in you that is needed to take your trading to the next level and do this for a living. So if you're on the fence about whether or not you could actually achieve it, the trading criteria required to pass the 5 ERS challenges, there are other prop firms you might want to consider instead that offer instant funding. In fact, actually 5 ERS does offer instant funding, like what we saw with the low risk and aggressive plan, but the leverage is 1:6 versus 1:30. So two other prop firms that you might want to consider is My Forex Funds, DT Forex Trader, which offer instant funding with no challenge at all. Of course, 5 ERS does offer that, but the leverage is a bit lower. So 5 ERS versus FTMO, which prop firm should you choose? Now, this is the dilemma that I faced earlier last month. I was actually trying to decide which one I should choose. But as you can see later, as you see right now, the key reason why I choose 5 ERS is actually the profit target as well as the profit split, and the more important part is the challenge time duration. Now let me go through them one by one. 5 ERS offer instant funding, but FTMO does not. They need you to pass a test, and if you're able to clear that test, I think within 20 days to 30 days, only then will you get funded. Now, number two is that FTMO only offers up to 400K of trading capital for you to trade with, but 5 ERS offers you up to more than 1 million and in some cases 4 million. The profit target for 5 ERS is also a bit lower, depends on how you see it, because I think if you choose the low risk program, it's only 6%, but if you choose the aggressive program, you get 12%. But for FTMO, the profit target is 10%. So it's about the same for both, depends on how you see it. Both allows weekend holding. Now, the profit split is something that we need to take note, because FTM offers up to 70% profits, 70-30, whereas 5ERS offers up to 50-50. But this will change, especially if you progress up the hierarchy level. As you get to trade greater capital, the profit split will differ a bit. I think at one point it can actually hit up to 80-20 if I'm not mistaken. However, I think the most challenging part is actually this thing here, because 5ERS offers you up to 6 months to clear the challenges. But FTMO, you need to clear everything within 30 days. So as you can see here, FTMO actually favors more for traders who are short-term traders. FTMO favors short-term traders, 5ERS favors long-term or swing traders, because only when you trade on lower time frame, then you can get the necessary number and the necessary trades to clear those stage. If you are trading based on daily time frame, it's close to impossible to clear the challenge within 30 days. So I think from comparing these features, we can see that FTMO is going to be more suited for traders with lower time frame strategies. You could make more money as a trader with 5ERS over the long term due to having access to accelerated scaling plan, even though the profit split is 20% lower than with FTMO. But as you can see here, for 5ERS, you get greater access to a larger capital size. So I would say that if you're 100% sure you can get funded, you might want to go with 5ERS due to the more relaxed rules. More relaxed in the sense that the target is a bit lower, and if you're disciplined enough by keeping your drawdown to less than 4%, you should do just fine. So you might want to go with 5ERS due to the fact that you have so much longer time to pass the challenge compared to with FTMO, which really doesn't leave you too much room for error. What does industry say? Well, it's very reputable. And of course, this is what we see in the Trustpilot sections. So for traders, they are consistently profitable and constantly hitting milestone. Trading other prop firms accounts alongside your 5ERS account could be a good way to scale up your capital. In fact, having 5ERS in a portfolio of funded accounts should be a staple, as the rules are so relaxed, along with a very lenient time duration for the challenge. In fact, this is something that I'm actually looking into right now. I'm going to make 5ERS my main prop firm funding, and then I will consider other things. If I'm able to clear this, then I think I should not have a problem clearing FTMO and my Forex funds. In fact, I'm actually using an expert advisor to trade. Now, as you can see here, by utilizing a trade copier, you can actually replicate your trades from a master or main account to all of the copier accounts instantly, meaning you can rapidly grow your funded account capital by trading multiple accounts simultaneously. If you are a profitable trader and serious about scaling, I would certainly have a think about taking on multiple challenges at once and use a trade copier to facilitate this. Conclusion: is it a scam? Well, in the final few words, if you are looking for an opportunity to scale your trading capital vastly and quickly through a legitimate, reputable company, the 5ERS are the company for you. Over the last few years, they have built an amazing reputation within the industry for paying traders, honoring their words, providing the best chance of getting funded and scaling accounts for their traders. Just because this is a legitimate company doesn't mean that it's going to be easy for you to pass their challenges by any means. Being a profitable Forex trader is no joke, and the majority of traders will never even get close to the levels of consistency needed to achieve this. However, if you want to take your trading seriously, give this challenge a go. If you are already trading to a high standard, the author would recommend trying out the 80,000 trading challenges, or one of the lower values you are only just finding consistency. But I think this is a very important point. If you are trading a lower time frame, he would recommend that FTMO is a better prop firm to be trading with. Likewise, if you get a high frequency of trades going with an instant funding, may be a better option. But for swing traders or positional traders, then it seems like 5ERS is the funding options for us. Now, as you can see over here, I've actually created an account with 5ERS. Now, of course, I actually went for the 100K Bootcamp challenge. So in fact, I might actually train a demo account. Remember what I said earlier, we have actually 3 challenges that we need to clear. So I actually opened my first trade on the 1st of February. So currently, and the account, the challenge in challenge 1, I'm actually given up to 25K to trade with. So this is the current amount of equity that I'm having right now. So we'll see how it goes. I will update you on this over the next few days. In the next video, I'm going to show you more about my trading account and the members dashboard of the 100K bootcamp. So stay tuned.